Okay, good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? How are you? Good evening, online. Good evening. Hope everyone are doing good and little bit Saturday effect, huh? Yeah, weekend vibes. But we should have Saturdays also, otherwise it will extend a lot, no? Yeah. Yes, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Where are you from? Yes, Chennai? Okay. I thought you're foreigner based on your name. Working in Japan. Okay, nice. Good. Okay, so hope everyone are doing good. I don't think so. Anyone new? No one new. Anyone new? Okay. Online? Anyone new today online? Okay. Fantastic. Good to see you all here. And let's jump on. What did we discuss in our last class? Yes, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so service models, right? So majorly, how many service models are there? 3. What are those? Yeah. Infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as a service. So in infrastructure as service, customer is responsible for what? Application, data, and OS. Application, data, and OS. And in infrastructure as service, do we need to worry about the data centers? Do we need to worry about the networks in the backend? Do we need to worry about virtualization? Do we need to worry about the host machines? We don't need to worry about all those things, right? So can we go and create a virtual machines? Yes. What are those virtual machines called? Instances. So which is the service in AWS where you can create virtual machines? EC2. What is EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. What is the definition of EC2? EC2 is a AWS service where we can launch EC2 instances. Fantastic. Where we can launch EC2 instances. Good. And does AWS has access inside the EC2 instances? AWS doesn't have access inside the EC2 instances. Okay. And do you remember the shared responsibility model that we have discussed? Shared responsibility model meaning customer as we are responsible for only application, data, and OS. Rest everything is managed by AWS. Whatever that AWS is handling, if there are any issues at that point, at their side, we are not responsible for that. Okay. And then in platform and service, customer is responsible for what? Application and data. So do we need to worry about the servers? No. So do we need to, do we have any control on the servers? No, we don't have any control. So what we need to do? We just need to upload the application. Rest everything is managed by provider only completely. Good. Do we have any control on the servers there in platform as service? No. In software as service, what is our responsibility? Nothing. So everything is completely managed by provider. And which is a service in AWS will help you to easy and quick deployment of applications. Elastic Beanstalk. So Elastic Beanstalk is a easy and quick deployment of applications in AWS. If anyone asks you that which is the platform as a service in AWS, then which one you say? Elastic Beanstalk. And also yesterday we haven't learned but the words, the 3 T's. What are those 3 T's? Elasticity, scalability, high availability. right? Elasticity, scalability, high availability. So today, let's go deeper into these three topics. Okay. And these topics are super important. Okay. Because you will be knowing automatically. So what's the first thing? Before that, online, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Yeah. Elasticity. So whenever you heard about elasticity, whenever we hear about elasticity, what is the first thing that you get in your mind? Huh? What example? What is that? Rubber band. What is that? It's a very common scenario that I'll take. Whenever we hear about this word called elasticity, so the first thing that we get in our mind is rubber band. So if I give rubber band, what will you do? What we'll do? The first thing that what we do is we will stretch it. What we do? We'll stretch it. Will you keep on stretching it or will you just stretch it? Just stretch it. Okay, so you stretch it. And then normal people will leave it normally. Psycho people, they will leave it on other's hand. Yes or no? So definitely you and me also sometimes psycho. But the thing is here, okay, elasticity meaning the best example in our real life is, real life is rubber band, which is stretching. Will you stretch it for long term or short term? Fantastic answers. Short term. So that is in the normal in the rubber band concept, stretchability. So here, coming to infrastructure, let me give one small example. Assume we have AWS application, Flipkart, Amazon, whichever you take. Let's take Amazon or Flipkart. Assume Flipkart is having only 3 servers initially. How many servers are there in the backend? 3 servers. You know Flipkart application, no? Website. So only 3 servers are there. So next Friday, Big Billion Day, they have announced. Big Friday. Tell me on that Friday, these 3 servers are sufficient to handle the load? Definitely it is not possible to handle the load. Yes or no? It is not possible to handle the load. So the 3 servers are not possible to handle the load. What we need on Friday? We need to, okay. I want to ask you one thing here. Okay. First, let me put it here. Initially, how many servers are there? Okay. 3 servers. And inside that, what we have application. So, and in front of it, what we need to have? Fantastic answer. What we need to have? Load balancer. So load balancer is distributing the traffic to the nice. So this is LB. LB meaning load balancer. Okay. So and what is the size of the machine here is each machine is how much GB RAM? All is it good to have same GB RAMs or different? Think and tell me. So now I have 3 servers and I have a Flipkart application running. So every machine need to have the same configuration or different configuration? Same, right? Yes or no? So those who have any doubts, sir, if you have different configuration, what will happen? Let's say, for example, first one is 4 GB, second one is 32 GB, third one is 64 GB RAM you have put like this. Now I have accessed flipkart.com. I have accessed flipkart.com. So first it will go to the load balancer or not? Load balancer will distribute the server to which server first? First server. How much GB RAM? So it is slowly coming. Flipkart, it is ringa roses that loading will come. Now I ask this. Now next time this guy has done accessed it. So next request will send to second server, which is how much GB RAM? Fatak he get. Next time our Sharmila, she accessed. How much GB RAM? 64 GB RAM. And how much speed you get? For some people, they will have some performance. Some other people, they have good performance. And some people have bad performance. Is it good to have like this? Is it good to have a same type or different type? Same type. So that's the reason why here it's always good to have the same type, same capacity of the machines here. Okay, now all of a sudden what happened is lot of load came on Friday. these 3 servers are sufficient or not sufficient? What will you do? What will you do? Tell me. Only 3 are there. What you are already distributing to 3, and 3 are not sufficient. What will you do? Expand the. There are 2 things here. That's what I want it from you. Number 1 is you are increasing the number of servers. How many are there now? 3. So maybe 10 you are increasing it. That is one thing. Second thing is you are increasing the capacity of the RAM capacity from 4 GB to, let's say, 8 GB for every machine. Which one? First option or second option? Increase the RAM. Okay, now tell me, you have your laptop, right? So you are working. When your laptop is working or running, can you increase the RAM? What do you need to do? You need to shut down. You need to stop your laptop and then open it and then increase it. Yes or no? Here also you need to stop the machine or not? But these 3 machines are already responding to the customer. No. Is it possible to stop in the runtime? No. So is it possible to increase the RAM size now? No. What you need to do? You need to increase the servers. Now you understand, guys. So in this scenario, what you need to do? You need to increase the number of servers. You cannot increase the capacity of the server because it is runtime. If you have any one server just sitting like this, in that case, what we do? We can increase because it is not runtime. But as this is runtime, is it good to increase the number of servers? It is good to increase the capacity of the server? Number of servers. What we need to do? Increase the number of servers. So here I'll increase the number of servers. And what we have inside it here? Application. We have increased. And that also, how much GB RAM? 4 GB RAM. Guys, here total how many machines are there? 5. Why 5? No space. Do I have space there? That's the reason why I didn't put so many machines here. How many machines I put? Only few, because I don't have any space here. Okay. So we can have 5 also, 50 also, 500 also. It doesn't matter. Okay. So initially, how many machines were there? 3. So whenever the load has increased, so the 3 machine could not able to handle. For that reason, we are increasing the number of servers. Okay. On Friday, I have increased to 50 servers. On Saturday, can you tell me, do we need 50 servers? Again, can we come back to 3 or not? Whenever there is a demand, you are increasing. Whenever there is no demand, you are decreasing. So here, increasing and decreasing the number of instances is called elasticity. What is elasticity? Increasing or decreasing what? The number of servers based on the load. Based on the load is called what? Elasticity. Understood? Same like rubber band, no? Whenever we have a demand, what we do? We will increase it. Whenever we feel that array enough, then what we do? We'll release it. Yes or no? It will come to the normal position or not? Whenever there is a demand, increase it. Whenever there is no demand, decrease it. Increasing or decreasing the number of servers based on the load is called what? Elasticity. Okay. So understand here. Tell me the definition now. You tell me. Increasing and decreasing what? The number of servers. You can call it as servers also. You can call it as instance also. Based on the load. Increasing and decreasing the number of servers based on the load is called what? Elasticity. Okay. Now this elasticity is short term or long term? Elasticity is short term. Elasticity is short term. Okay, now we understand what is elasticity. How do you achieve this so-called elasticity in AWS? How do you achieve this so-called elasticity in AWS? Elasticity can be achieved in AWS using a Bhayanak concept. We call it as, see here, auto scaling. What we call? Auto scaling. So how do you achieve the elasticity in AWS? Using auto scaling. Elasticity can be achieved in AWS using what? Auto scaling. Very, very important word. Now, what is auto scaling? Yes. Whenever there is a requirement, automatically it will increase or decrease. But here we'll use a separate word called, see here, auto scaling is equal to, we call it as, see here. And by the way, guys, hold on. No need to write now. Don't write. Because when you are writing it, you will lose the concentration. What you can do, what my suggestion is, you will be taking the screenshot, no photo. Go home and then start writing at that time, so that 2 times you will be remembering it. So because when I'm teaching it, if you concentrate on writing, you might miss my 1 or 2 sentences, right? Just enjoy the class. Okay, Nana? So if you remember in the brains, everything later you can write everything. Okay, Nana? Good. Okay, see here. Elasticity can be achieved in AWS using what? Auto scaling. And this is a very important certification and interview question here. What is auto scaling? So what is auto scaling? Say everyone put namaste, right? So join your hands together, right? So now auto scaling meaning take your hands far away, scale out. Again, join your hands, scale in, scale out, scale in, scale out, scale in. That is called what? Auto scaling. So auto scaling is equal to what? Scale out, scaling. So is it good to call scale out first or scale in first? Scale out. So scale out meaning you are taking the hands far away, right? These many machines you will be having. Increasing the number of servers. That is called what? Scale out. And when there is no demand, scale in. So what? Decreasing. So increasing we call it as scale out. Decreasing we call it as what? Scale in. So what is this here? Auto scaling meaning what? Scale out and scale in. Very good. Nice. Scale out, scale in. Now, scale out meaning what? Increasing. Scale in meaning decreasing. Or in another words, scale out meaning you are adding the new servers. Scale in meaning you are removing the servers. You understand what is auto scaling? Understand? So this is very powerful interview question. So what is auto scaling online? What is auto scaling? Scale out and scaling. So if interviewer asks you, can you please explain what is scale out? Then what do you say? Increasing the number of servers is called scale out. Decreasing the number of servers is called scaling. That is happening automatically. That's why it is called auto scaling. How it will happen automatically, that we will learn in coming days. But I'm here now telling you, teaching you the topic called auto scaling. What is auto scaling? Scale out, scale in. Simple as that for now. Okay, good. And there is another name for elasticity. Elasticity is also called it as horizontal scaling. What is that called? Horizontal. So we're increasing the number of servers. No, that is called what? Horizontal scaling. Elasticity is also called as what? Horizontal scaling. Now, in this auto scaling, will you keep the same type of machine or different types of machines? Use the same capacity. Use the same capacity of the servers in auto scaling. Is it clear on elasticity and auto scaling, everyone? Online clear, Nana? CC? Good. And next one here, what? What is the next T? What is the next T? Scalability. So now what is scalability? Let me give an example. Now you have one machine, yeah. Now you have one machine, big machine. Let's say database server. Which server? DB server. What is that? DB server. In this, how many databases are there? For example, tell me few. How many? 100. How many databases are there? 100 databases are there. Small or big machine? And you know how much data it has? 10 terabyte. How much data it has? 10. It's a big machine, huge machine or not? Okay. So now we have a database server which is having how much GB RAM? Tell me how much GB RAM for this? 8 GB RAM? We have a 8 GB RAM. And it also has a CPU. Now tell me, you have this machine in your company, database server, which is having 100 database inside it, and then 10 terabyte data you have. It's a huge machine. Now everyone started connecting to it, database server. And everyone started complaining to you saying that database server is slow. Database server is slow. Tell me, what will you suggest here? What will you do? One more time. What is your answer? Increase the RAM. You are now suggesting increase the RAM. Are you suggesting, sir, increase the number of servers? In this case, what you are doing? You're increasing the capacity of the server. In this case, you're increasing the capacity of the server. If you're increasing the capacity of the server, that is called scalability. If you're increasing the number of servers, that is called elasticity. If you're increasing only the capacity of the server, that is called scalability. So you're increasing the capacity. Let's say, for example, from 8 GB to how much GB RAM, for example? 16 or 32 GB RAM. 32 GB RAM. So you're increasing capacity. Okay, there is a question here. So why not increasing the number of servers? Guys, that is a database server. How many databases are there? 100 databases inside it. And how much terabyte data it has? 10 terabyte. Putu. Just like this, can you increase the number of servers? It's a huge machines, right? So database servers, you cannot do the auto scaling. No. Application servers, web servers, all these things you can do the auto scaling. Like these servers, like database servers, which is just heavy and sitting, like me. No, huh? Okay. So for this, what we need to do, you need to use scalability concept. You're increasing the capacity of the server. Okay, Naveen. Okay, Naveen. Answered your question. So what is scalability? Tell me. Increasing the capacity of the server is called scalability. Okay. And scalability is equal to, I'll give this word here called scale up, scale down, and scale down. Whenever you need, you scale up. Whenever you don't need, scale down. What is the meaning of scale up? Increasing the capacity of the server, we call it as scale up. If you don't need, then again decrease it. What is that called? Scalability. Scale up, scale down. That's why I told you that's why I told you elasticity. Auto scaling meaning what? Scale out, scale in. That is what? Auto scaling. Scalability is scale up, scale down. That is scale out, scale in. This one is scale up, scale down. You should not get confused. Both are completely different. You tell me. Scalability is also called it as what scaling? Vertical scaling. Very good. Scalability is also called as vertical scaling. Is also called as vertical scaling. Scalability short term or long term? Long term. What is the meaning of long term? So today everyone started complaining to you database server is slow and you have increased from 8 GB to 32 GB. Tomorrow will you decrease again back to 8 GB? Yeah? No, right? All your employees, customers will come and bang you. Yes or no? So we will be keeping it for longer period of time. That's why we call it as scalability is long term. Okay. So elasticity is achieved in AWS using what? Auto scaling. Elasticity is achieved in AWS using what? Auto scaling. Again, elasticity can be achieved in AWS using auto scaling. So how do you achieve the scalability? We need to tell, right? So scalability can be achieved in AWS. How? By changing the instance type. Say that. By changing the instance type. So instance type meaning is very important, guys. Very important. Instance type meaning it's a combination of memory and CPU. Say that. It's a instance type is a combination of memory and CPU. In AWS, we will talk about instance type very deeper in coming days. Okay. Instance type meaning, let's say I have my laptop. It contains 32 GB RAM. That is one type. This is one server type. You have your laptop. It might be containing 16 GB RAM. That is another type. And some other is having 8 GB RAM. Some other is having 2 GB RAM. There are different types or not. So now assume that I have having 2 GB RAM instance. I mean server. I mean laptop. I have 2 GB RAM laptop. I want to scale up. What do you need to do? Change it. Change it to where? 4 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM. What are you doing? You're increasing the capacity, no? So here in AWS also, you have the instance types. One type is 2 GB, another type is 4 GB, another type is 8 GB, another type is 30 GB, another type is thousands of GB. So what are you doing? Scalability meaning you are changing the instance type from 2 GB to 8, 8 to 32, 32. You're changing the type, no? That's why, how do you achieve the scalability in AWS? By changing the instance type. Say that. By changing the instance type. You got the point? Oh, what is the instance type? Combination of memory and CPU. Clear? No, we cannot do, Raj. Online clear here till here? You understand elasticity and scalability online? CC, please. Sudhakar and Srinivas. Okay. See here. They're asking me to explain the scalability again. See, scalability meaning what, Nana? Increasing the capacity of the server. See here. Okay, don't worry about the instance type. Okay, I'll be teaching you separately. It's very early to talk about the topic, but now what you need to remember is, see here, Srinivas and Sudhakar and everyone who asked me to repeat scalability. Assume you are having a laptop of 8 GB RAM. How much GB RAM? 8 GB RAM, and that has become very slow. What will you do? Will you purchase another new laptop or will you increase the RAM? What is that called? Scalability. Okay, simple language in simple thing. Sudhakar, okay, Sudhakar and then others. So you are increasing the RAM. So you're increasing the capacity of the machine. You increase the RAM. That is called scale up. And if you don't want, come back to the 2 GB RAM if 8 GB RAM if what is that called? Scale down. So can you tell me, you have your laptop having 8 GB RAM. Can you change to 16 GB RAM without shutting down your laptop? No, what you need to do? You need to shut down. Here also, you have the EC2 instance. What you need to do? You need to stop the EC2 instance or stop the server and then change the instance. All these things we will come when we will learn when we talk more about EC2 instances. Okay. What is instance type? Instance type is a combination of memory and CPU. So you can think like a bundle. In AWS, you have a bundle. Let's say in AWS, you need to launch EC2 instances. How much GB RAM EC2 instance that you want to launch? Example, tell me. Huh? How much GB RAM that you want? Example, tell me. 2 GB RAM. Huh? Okay. So 2 GB RAM you need. Right? So 2 GB RAM you need. So what you do is you go and launch for 2 GB RAM, there is an instance type. There is an instance type called 2 GB RAM. So you go and launch. And then if you don't want 2 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, can you change it to 8 GB RAM? Yes, for that also you have another instance type. So 2 GB RAM instance type will be there, 8 GB RAM instance type will be there. Like this, for every GB RAM, you have separate instance type. So now if you want to increase it, what you need to do? You need to change the instance type or not? So changing the instance type, we call it as scalability in AWS. Okay, good. Ah, That is very early. We'll learn. That is instance type only. Okay. So Sai Pavan is asking, give real-time example for elasticity. You know, I have started that example as a real-time example only. Yes or no? Elasticity, real-time example. I gave the Flipkart example, no? So initially you have 3 servers. Will it be sufficient for the next Friday for 3 servers? For your big billion sale day? No, 3 servers are not sufficient. What in that case you need to do? Increasing the number of servers. If you are increasing the number of servers, that is called what? Elasticity. Okay. Sai Pavan. Raju, we need to stop, I said. Guys, don't worry, that we learn. So, but what we need to do, sir, guys, can we do the scalability while machine is running? No, what you need to do? You need to stop the machine first. Shweta, yes, correct. You need to shut down. Okay, fine. Yes, possible. Sai, good. So, what is the next T? This is super important. Availability. High availability. Okay, guys, can you tell me what is high availability in your words? So you are saying that it should be available anytime. You are saying it. What is that? It. Service, no? Any service that you are taking, it should be available all the time. What is that called? High availability. Example. I'll giving real-time example. People are asking, see, now you have Google. Google is always available for you or not? Yes, Sai Kumar, it contains, guys, okay, let me tell you one thing. We are slowly, gradually learning one by one things or not? Okay, please try to understand. So Sai Kumar, you are asking, sir, if we stop the machine, does it mean server website will have a downtime? Yes, obviously you have a downtime, but please concentrate this high availability topic. Sai Kumar, you will understand the answer for that. Okay, so let's go step by step slowly, please. Okay, let's go step by step, but you will understand here, Sai Kumar. Okay, this concept, high availability concept. Okay, yeah, yes, Narasimha, correct. See, so Google is always highly available for you or not? It is always available. Instagram, highly available. Netflix, highly available. SBI, yes. SBI, not available. IRCTC, sometimes available. When you're doing Tatkal ticket, it's not available. Example, I'm saying. So whichever the services is whichever the services, the period of time. Okay, let's say for example, IRCTC is not available at the time of booking that Tatkal tickets only for 1 or 2 hours. Rest of the time it is always available or not? Yes or no? So we are now telling only from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock it will be down. Only that particular time. So here high availability meaning the period of time. What is that? The period of time the service is available to customer is called high availability. What is high availability? The period of time the service is available to customer is called what? High availability. High availability means whatever the provider is giving the service should be always available. That is called high availability. What is the high availability definition? The period of time the service is available to the customer is called high availability. See here, the period of time the service is not available to the customer is called down, no availability. Downtime. What is that? Downtime. What is that called? Downtime. You understand two things here, right? So high availability and then downtime. So what is high availability, Nana? The period of time the service is available to the customer is called high availability. The period of time the service is not available to the customer is called downtime. Very, very important words. Okay. Okay, you tell me, I'll write the definition here. Tell me, Nana. the period of time the service is available to the customer is called, in shortcut I'll write as HA. HA meaning what? Availability. The period of time the service is not available to the customer is called downtime. Not available is called here downtime. Got it? Okay. This high availability we always measured in what? What is the units? Let's say, for example, I have here Zani. You have bike? So tomorrow will you give me your bike? Huh? What is your name? Sai Kumar. You also have bike, assume. Can you give your bike tomorrow? Tell me correctly. Huh? Let's say maybe if you have planned Sundays with your okay, example. Right? So for example, let's say Sai Kumar said, sir, tomorrow Sunday, sir. Many people are waiting for me. Sir, I'll try my best. 90% I'll try, sir. Yes or no? These kind of words we get it, right? Yes or no? 90% I'll try. Whereas Asdani says, sir, 100%. I'm there for you. Example saying. So now tell me here, who is highly available for me? 100%, right? So now high availability is measured in percentage. High availability is measured in percentage. Understood? So here, Google is highly available or not? How much percentage? 100%. Right? And then IRCT, how much percentage will you give? 90%. Okay. SBI. Hey, come on. Okay, so we should be proud of that. We are that's government website. Okay, so yeah. So but you understand the high availability. So whatever the SBI is providing the service to you, right? Sometimes it is available, sometimes it is not available. When it is not available, what do you say? Downtime. But in normal people, when you are doing Google Pay, always it says SBI not available. What is that called? Downtime. Generally, we call it as server down SBI. But actually, what is the words that we should use? Downtime. So next time, go to the shopkeeper and say, hey, SBI downtime is there. Then he'll say, what is downtime, sir? Then you should say, it is server down in the backend. Okay, fine. Suchi Panda. So he's Axis Bank 100%. Suchi is promoting, maybe Axis Bank. Okay, fine. So high availability is measured in, availability is measured in percentage. Okay. So let me give you one real-time example. Now we are all criticizing SBI, or you are criticizing IRCTC, or you are criticizing anything which is not available for you. Yes or no? You feel bad or not? Whatever the services they are not providing to you, if it's not available for you, obviously you will feel bad. Now, later, you will be joining the companies or not? You'll be joining the companies. And you are also having your own application or not? And you will be having your own customers or not? Yes or no? Let's say, for example, that application name is boom.com. What's that? Boom, boom. Only boom. Boom.com. Assume that you're working for a company called boom.com and there is a website called boom.com. It's very powerful website. Everyone is using it, right? So now tell me that boom.com is handled by you. The entire servers are managed by you. Now I am the customer. Now that boom.com for me, it should be always available or not? Okay. And who is managing this boom.com? You guys are managing. I am the customer. So today I started accessing boom.com, but it's not working. What is that called? Downtime. Who is responsible? You are all responsible. How do you provide 100% high availability for me? when it will go downtime. So when the service will go down, you should know, right? And you need to prepare the entire infrastructure based on the high availability or not. So now I will be teaching you how do you set up your application highly available. Should we go and learn now? Okay. Let's say, for example, I'll take one name. Give me one small name. Your own name, not others' name. Don't tell me Ilyana. Huh? Aman. Who is Aman? Aman Bhai. Where is Ali Bhai? Yeah. Okay, Sajid, I'll take next time. Huh? Aman. So we have our friend here, Aman. Yeah. Okay, Aman, what he said is, yes, sir. I have an application, sir. Can you please put it into one server? Give me the URL to access. Simple question, right? So what Aman has asked me, listen carefully. What Aman has asked me is, sir, please take the application, put it in some server, give me the URL to access it. So what I do? I immediately, what I need to go and set up? I need to go and set up one server or not? Yes, I need to go and set up one server. Okay. So this server is nothing but what? Virtual machine. What do we call virtual machine or what do we call here? Instance. What instance? EC2 instance. So it is nothing but here EC2 instance. Okay. So I have set up an application in this EC2 instance, for example. And what is our application name here? Index.html. So for every EC2 instance or for every server, we have the IP address or not? For every server, there will be a IP address. Can you tell me one example? 192.168.10.20 is the IP address, for example. So what I did, I went and set up the server and deployed the application ready. So I called Aman and said, Aman, application is ready. And he said, sir, please give me the URL. So you know how I'm giving the URL to him? Like this. http:// IP address and index.html. This is the URL that I have given to Aman. Tell me, you guys are happy with this URL or not? No? Huh? Why? Why? It's hard to remember. Very good. It's hard to remember. And that is with the IP address, no? Is it good to give the IP address to the customer? No. So Aman is upset now. But he said, sir, no problem. You are my Riyaz sir. Right? So what he did is, he said, you are my Riyaz sir, no problem, sir. I'll access, no problem, sir. Okay? I said, okay, good. So on one fine day, this URL is not working. And then he called me and said, Riyaz sir, the URL is not working. When I went and checked, this server is gone. Server down. So what I need to do immediately? Go and set up one more server or not? So I went and immediately, this time set up, how many servers in total? 3 servers. So IP address will be same or different? Same or different? Different. 192.168.10.21 example. This one 10.22 for example. And this time, Aman, don't worry. I'm working on super good thing now. So you are worried with one URL, right? Now this time I'm giving you total how many URLs? See, 3 URLs. How many? 3. Tell me, this guy is happy or not? I said, Aman, you have 3 URLs now. Whenever you got a mood, go with the first URL. If you are frustrated, go with the second or third, whichever. But can you tell me Aman is happy? Sir, handling one IP at one URL is difficult. Now you are giving 3 URLs. How do I remember all these things? Sir, I don't need 3, sir. Give me only one. Not IP address, sir. Give me one name, sir. Aman.com. Nice, no? Nice, no? Aman.com. So give me that name, sir. So I don't want the IP address. Now tell me, customer Aman is here. Is he interested to access directly the servers? Tell me louder. Is he interested to access the servers directly? Can he access the second server? Can he access the third server? No. What we need to have only one name. So what I need to put in between now here? Wow, super. What you need to have here? Load balancer. This batch is super intelligent, guys. Very good. Okay. Say thank you. I'm appreciating you. Sorry, telling sorry. What did sir told? Huh? Okay, so what we have here? We have a load balancer. LB. LB load balancer. What's the load balancer will do? Load balancer distributed the traffic to the multiple servers. Okay, load balancer distributed. Okay. Nice. So when you set up a load balancer, can you give a nice name for the load balancer? Yes, we can give a nice DNS name. So what is the name I can give here? aman.com. So when someone hit aman.com, where does it go? It go to the load balancer, and load balancer will distribute the traffic to the multiple servers. First request will go to first server. Second request will go to second server. Third request will go to third server. Fourth request will go to first server. Fifth to second. Sixth to third. What is that called? Round robin. Remember starting this. This is called what method? Round robin method. Round robin method. Good. So the question for you here is, let's do one by one. Now, how many servers are there? How many servers are there? 3 servers. Now, in these 3 servers, do we keep the same application or different application? Same or different? Same. Obviously, same. So, example, see, in the first server, I have put Facebook. In all 3 servers, I need to put Facebook or not? Let's say if I put Facebook here, if I put here Instagram, and also here you put something or something else, SBI, for example. If someone accesses aman.com, sometimes he will get Facebook, sometimes he will get Instagram, sometimes he will get the SBI with the same URL. Is it good? No. So we need to keep the same application or different application. If you are keeping the same application on multiple servers, that is called redundancy. Say that. Redundancy. What is this called? Redundancy. What is redundancy? Redundancy is nothing but duplicate or having the same application on different servers. What is that called, Nana? Redundancy. Redundancy. Okay. Okay, now see. Now, all of a sudden, the first server is down. Load balancer will send the request to which server? Second server. Good. So you said load balancer will send the request to second server. But the question is, how does the load balancer knows the first server is down? There is a person here. How do I know him? Let's say that person is lying or there on here. How do I know that person is alive or dead? Huh? What do you check? What do you check? Pulse. We are not doctors. What we'll first do? We'll put in. We'll put the ears on there. Heart, and then we'll do dub. We'll hear, right? So for what we do? Raju saying ECG. Yeah. We are not doctors to carry the ECG equipments. Okay. So what we do here is handshake. No. We will check the heartbeat. Heartbeat is working. Dub is coming or not? Yes or no? So we do the check. What check? Healthy check. What we do? Health check. So here also, load balancer will do the health checks to the whom? The question for you, clearly listen this. Load balancer is doing the health check to whom? Server application. Server application. You are saying server. Let me give you a real-time example. The person is lying over down. Server. This guy. The person is lying down. What you did is, hey person, look, hey, get up. and he's not responding. So will you declare him dead? He might be unconscious. He might be sleeping. So you are just touching the person, checking the person, and he is not responding. You're declaring him dead. It's very bad. What do you need to do? Check. You need to check the heartbeat. So here heartbeat is nothing but here application. Person is nothing but server. Sometimes the person is awake. The person is good, but heart is not running. Yes or no? Here the server might be good, but application might not be working. If you are checking the server, server is good. Server will respond to load balancer. Hey, I'm good. But application is not working. No. So the load balancer matlab is with whom? Application, not with the server. Not with the server. So now tell me here, load balancer is doing the health check to whom? Application. Who is doing the health check here? Load balancer is doing the health check. So load balancer is doing the, what is this? Health checks. Load balancer is doing the health check to whom? Application. What is our application here? Index.html. So what is the response? What is the success status code? Super, very good. What is the success status code? Remember basics? How that basics are coming to picture here, see? That's the reason. Otherwise, if I directly tell here now, 200, what will you do? You'll give 200 rupees to me. Yes or no? So what that reason I told you that, so basics are important. How we are applying the basics here, right? Yeah. So what is the status? What is the status code that you get here? 200. So load balancer will do the health checks for whom? Application, not server, not server. Not server. We have the separate service for that Sai Pavan. Okay. Okay. No. This is called monitoring. What is this called? Who is monitoring here? Load balancer is monitoring, right? So what is the concept? What is this called? Monitoring. What is monitoring? Monitoring meaning load balancer will check if application is reachable or not. Using what? Using health checks. Using health checks. Okay. If first server is not okay, if see here load balancer doing the monitoring to the application. If load balancer will ask, hey, server one, index.html, are you alive? Are you alive or not? And it respond with the number called 200. That means it is alive or not. Then our load balancer will consider this guy as healthy. And again, load balancer will check, hey, index.html, are you there or not? No response. Then this will consider as unhealthy. You understand here? Healthy, unhealthy. If it is unhealthy, will your application will work? No. Okay, if first server goes down, load balancer will send the request to second server. And that is called failover. What is that called? What is failover? If one server goes down, other server will take the request. If this server goes down, another server will take the. What is that concept called? Failover. Failover. What is failover? If one server goes down, other server will take the request sent by load balancer. You understand? What are the three things? Say that three things here. Redundancy, monitoring, failover. Say that again. Redundancy, monitoring, failover. Say that again. Redundancy, monitoring, and then failover. Guys, redundancy, monitoring, failover. These three will become high availability. What is that? High availability. So high availability. What are the three important rules of high availability? Redundancy, monitoring, failover. So if your application wants to be, listen very carefully, if your application wants to be highly available to your customer, if your application wants to be highly available to the customer, these three things should be there in the backend. What are those three things? Redundancy, monitoring, failover. What is redundancy? Duplicate of the servers. Now tell me, can you have a high availability if you have only one server? Because there is no redundancy, no? If one server goes down, it's down. But that is a minimum to minimum. How many will be there? Who should be there? Two should be there. Or you can have 3, 4, 40, 400, no problem. But you need to have multiple. For all multiple machines, you need to have same application or different application? Same application. That's why we call it as redundancy. Applications are there. Applications are working or not working. How do we know? Using monitoring. So load balancer is doing the monitoring. If one server goes down, other server will take the request. What is that called? Failover. Who is doing the failover here? Load balancer is doing the failover. I'll write load balancer is doing the LB is doing the failover. So if you have these three things, then your application is highly available. You got the point? Everyone online clear? There are so many questions coming in. Sir, what happened if the load balancer is down? Remember, we will be working on cloud, not in on-premises. In on-premises, what we used to do is load balancer is a software. We need to install the load balancer on one of the server. But in AWS, load balancer is not a server. It is a service. It is a service which is managed by AWS. Which is managed by AWS will go down? No way. So we don't need to worry about the load balancer. Load balancer is managed by AWS. What we need to manage? Only the servers here. Okay, now see here, everyone. And that is not possible. So not possible. So the question here is, sir, is it possible server is down, but application is working? How it's possible? Let's say your laptop is there. Your laptop is shut down. Your applications are working inside. So if your server is down, obviously application is down. So it is not possible that server down, application working. That is not problem. That is not at all possible. Health checks. Health check. That's why I said load balancer is doing the health check to the server application. Application doesn't matter about the server. When the application will work, if the server is running. If the server is not running, application is not also not running. Yeah. Okay, see here. Now, I'll take your questions. Just hold on. Okay. Okay, now, see here, Nana. Now everything is good. Aman.com is working. All of a sudden, first server goes down. Any problem? Second server also down. Any problem? Third servers also went down. Any problem? Yes. Just imagine Aman.com is down. All customers are hitting on you. So is applications down, down, down. And here is the very important topic. You should remember how to do this. Say that. Wet cloth. Say that. What is that? Wet cloth is a very, very important in your real time. As the name says, what is that? Wet cloth. So whenever the application is down, what you need to do? Everyone will be hitting on you. Customers will be calling and making you frustrated, right? You will be very tensed or not. At that time only, take a cloth, put it in water, and put it on head. Sorry, that was not a topic. I was just kidding. Okay. So, okay. Many people already wrote in your books. Hey, wet cloth. Very. Okay, fine. So, sorry. So, what is that? No wet cloth. Okay. Fine. Okay. So the thing is here, if first server goes down, no problem. Second server goes down, no problem. Third server goes down, problem. How do you make sure your servers are, so if what you need to implement on top of it? Anyone? 3 servers go down, but my application should be always working. But for first server should come here. What we need to apply on top of it? Which topic we need to apply? Huh? How do you achieve in AWS? Elasticity, you said. How do you achieve elasticity in AWS? Auto scaling. On top of it, what we need to implement? Auto scaling. Auto scaling meaning what? Increasing the number of servers. If one server goes down, other server will come up. Other server goes down, another server will come up. So number of servers will be keep on increasing. So all these things practically we'll be doing in coming days. But here I'm just trying to introduce you the topics of this. How do you set up your application highly available? So now tell me, if we have auto scaling, do we have any downtime? So the question here is, how do you achieve zero downtime? Using auto scaling. This is called fault tolerance. Say that. So we'll be using this word called fault tolerance in real time. Fault tolerance meaning zero downtime. And how do you achieve zero downtime? Using auto scaling. Clear? Online clear? Sai Kumar, someone is asking, if one server goes on, what happens? So do you see, we need to apply here high availability. We need to apply what? High availability. Now see here, is this clear till here, everyone? Got it? Right. So now what I do, should we play a small game for a couple of minutes? So what I do is, I'll show you a few diagrams. You need to tell me that what topic is that, first of all. Okay, guys, high availability is very important or not? High availability is super important. So I no need to talk about all these things, but see here, high availability in the eyes of beholder, that meaning CEO. You know CEO, right? Company owner. CEO will come and say proudly, we don't lose sales. Can you tell me, when do we lose sales? If application is down, downtime. If the application is down, we will lose sales. But why he is saying that confidently we don't lose sales? Because high availability. So in the back end, what he has in the mind? High availability. That high availability will be set up by whom? You. You need to set up high availability. You need to set up your application like this. So your entire company depend upon the high availability. That's why Google is always working. What he has it in the back end? High availability. Will you achieve high availability with only one server? Not possible. But number of servers will be based on the load, number of servers will increase. Auto scaling, right? Okay, sales. Now tell me, I'm the salesperson. In right hands, I'll say that, hey, this application is 10 rupees. On the left hand side, I'm saying same application, 100 rupees. But I'll tell you, 10 rupees is without high availability, 100 rupees is with high availability. Which one will you choose? 100. Do you matter about the money here? No, you matter about the service. Yes or no? So customers are ready to pay more money for what? High availability. So as a company, I'm getting more money or not? High availability is very important or not? That is why we need to set up always high availability architecture in the real time. Okay. Okay. So, and then here I say, do you see here? Technical support. When do you get calls in technical support if something wrong, right? Is it possible to have something wrong in high availability? No. So no more calls. No more someone calling you and asking Surjara, Tinnavara. Right? No one. Yeah. Okay, fine. So next coming to this is very funny that whenever you go to customer will ask, hey, Mr. Sai, how many nines will you give it to me? He is asking nines. Oh, maybe phone number. Sir, 999944. No. I'm not asking your phone number. How many nines will you give you? So when the customer is asking about how many nines, remember he's talking about high availability. So I told you, how much percentage will you give you for the high availability? Let's say, for example, 90% is there. How much? 90%. 90% meaning your application is down for how many days? 36 days in a year. Is it okay for you? Your application is down for 36 days. Is it okay to down 36 days? Is it okay 18 days? Okay 10 days? 7 days? 3 days? 1 day? Is it okay if your application down for 17 hours? 4 hours? 1 hour? 5 minutes? If your application is down for 5 minutes in a year, that is also you're not agreeing. And you know how much percentage you're giving? 99.999. Customer is happy with that. Customer is happy with that. You go and telling to us, okay, Google is down for 5 minutes. For you, it might not be effect, but many companies are depend upon the Google. That 5 minutes meaning crores of rupees loss. They are okay with 5 minutes also. But if you are giving like this, you are giving the high availability as 99.999%. Is it good to give 100%? Remember, do not give 100% because just in case is a machine in the backend, anything can happen. Right? Anything can happen. High availability cannot be 100%. You can have 99.999999999, however 9 you want. But 100% good. If Google is down for a couple of minutes or few seconds, if you have given 100% and you have not on your promise, correct? And you need to pay fine to the customer. Crores of rupees. No one will give here 100%. Okay, fine. See here. See this diagram and tell me what is this? What topic is this? See from left to right. What concept is that? See what is there in between? What is this here? Load balancing. All the clients are connected to the load balancer. What the load balancer is doing? Distributing the. So what is this concept called? Load balancing. What is this topic? Failover. Very good. What is that? Failover. If one server goes down, other server is taking the request. What concept is called? Failover. Now I'll show one diagram. You tell me that architecture is highly available or not. So guys, highly available meaning here, what are the 3 rules that you need to see? Redundancy, monitoring, failover. First to check redundancy always. Redundancy meaning how many servers will be there? More than one. If you have only one, any is highly available. So minimum you should have more than one, basically. Remember, okay? So now I'm expanding, giving this. Okay. Okay. Now see this diagram and tell me, is it highly available or not? Come from left. Highly available or not? Tell me. What is your answer? Answer is yes. Fantastic. Okay. So it's clearly wrote here, no? Shiva, primary load balancer, secondary load balancer. Okay. So it is going to the first request. If this one goes down, the request is going to the second one. So we have the redundancy or not? Failover is there, monitoring is also there, right? Okay. Okay, fine. So now see this diagram and tell me how many load balances are there, how many application servers are there, how many database servers are there. See the diagram and tell me how many load balances are there. Very good. 4 load balancers. How many application servers? 2 applications. How many database servers? Total how many? How many servers are there total? 8. So now all of a sudden, load balancer 1 is down. Any problem? Very good. No problem. Now application 1 is down. Any problem? No problem. Good. Now Load balancer 1 is down, application 2 is down, LB3 is down, DB2 is down. Any problem? No. Guys, out of 8 servers, 4 servers are down, but still your application is running. That is the power of high availability. So if you want to have your application always running, so you need to use this architecture called high availability. You understand how important the high availability is? So whenever you join any companies, you need to set up your application based on this architecture only. Okay? Wow. Which color is this? Okay, you cannot see this here. This color represent, online people are saying orange color. Which one? Orange color represents AWS. And congratulations to all of you here that you are seeing the first architectural diagram of AWS. But do you understand anything here? No. But that's why I said, welcome to AWS. So guys, from Monday, we are officially entering into AWS. So till here, right? Till here, what we learned, we have learned all the basics which is required for the AWS. And from Monday onwards, we are entering into the AWS. So if on Monday, should I directly start practicals? No, don't worry about the practicals. I will be taking care when it requires. Do you trust me? Do you love the classes till now? So slowly we are going one by one, right? So once you learn this class course, you should not look back. That's how you should learn. So whenever the time comes, I'll be teaching you that practicals. Practicals will be very easy for me, right? So I'll make you very easy practicals. But before doing the practicals, you should be good in technical things. Remember this one thing. You go for interview. Will he ask for practicals or will he ask for questions? Questions. So you should be equally good in theoretical and technical or not. So I'll be giving you in this course theoretical also, technical also, labs also, practicals, everything. But step by step is important. Okay. On Monday, what we do, we are entering to the AWS. In AWS also, we need to learn few topics, right? So we need to learn the topics. So we'll be starting AWS on Monday. Okay. Yes, Shweta, lots of hands-on guys, lots of hands-ons will be there, okay? But the time has to come for that, okay? Troubleshooting will be learning all this, okay? Troubleshooting we'll learn. Online, don't leave the class until I say. Any questions? Okay, let's take. When failover happens, there should be some latency, right? How it becomes in HA? Nothing. So if this will be in few seconds, okay? Not even second, milliseconds, if the load balancer checks the server is down, automated load balancer will send the next request to the next server. It will not send to the first server at all. By default, it scale instances with the ES online storage also attached with Harish. By default, it scale with the yes, it is attached for each instance that is individual to EC2, sorry, to the instance, Harish. Other guys will get confused with these questions. Yes, to answer your question, Harish, each and every EC2 instance will have its own storage. Yeah. For load balancer also, auto scaling applicable, Sai is asking. Guys, load balancer is managed by AWS. Do you need to worry about auto scaling to the load balancer? No, because as it is a service from AWS, we don't need to worry. Okay, Sai. Any other questions? And guys, online people especially, please complete all your formalities. Looks like Monday link might change. Please check with your admin. So if you have not done if you have not done enrollments, please complete it by today and tomorrow by Monday. Okay. Yes, we will do data migrations and all, Sudhakar. But that is a small part in this course. Couldn't find the previous videos in Google. He also get 8 line possible, Soumya Ranjan, but if you go for product-based companies. Tomorrow there is no class, Sunday, okay? Sunday is fun day, enjoy the days, okay? Tomorrow is off. Notes, guys, these PPTs, whatever you're seeing it, everything I'll be uploading in the Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, I have already uploaded the paints and PDFs I'll upload. Okay, don't worry. Sunil, I already answered your on the email. I saw your email. Okay, we'll take few days on Ansible. I don't count the number of days. It depends upon how we learn, but it will be good amount number of days. Sunil. Sir, I want to take screenshots. Sir. Take it online, people, if you record. Any other questions, Nana, online? Let online take. I'll give time. Okay, online. All good, Nana? It will extend little bit more. Raja. Guys, please go through my paints. My paints will speak more than my materials. In material, a lot of data will be there, but in paints, only important things will be there. Go through my paints. Paints will speak. You will get a lot of interview and certification questions. Sajid, how to achieve HA? Whatever we have learned today is to achieve HA only. Sajid. Failover only. Sure. Okay. Guys, as I told you, the first half will be AWS. The second part will be DevOps. And third part will be AWS with DevOps. Third part will be very small only, but mainly focus on AWS and DevOps. So now, which I'm teaching what? AWS. So after a few days, after let's say 45, 50 days, after that, we'll be jumping into DevOps. Okay. Okay, Dev. And DevOps, if you remember on the second day, we have learned about DevOps a little bit. Introduction of DevOps. Second day. Mark, Maria. Who is that girl? Huh? That's right. Yeah. Okay, no, fine. Yes, I'll upload Narasimha, all those things. Roxy, yes. So go through that second, second, or third, second, I think, you will get to know about DevOps. What are the things that I'll be covering? Okay. Super, Nana. Online, can you get the final CC for today, please? Depend, Harish. Okay. Of course. Super. Online. So, okay. What's the production support design the switch career to focus on the last but we are getting no problem, Bharat. First, learn this. You are already there in production support, right? So add, but the thing is, with that 17 years of experience, right? You cannot be only on the production support. 100% need to have cloud knowledge and DevOps knowledge because you are already in production support, right? So learn this course. This will be good. Okay. So yes, Sneha, I said 70% will be covered. So that is all for today. Let's connect on Monday with the next important topic. Guys, until then, take care. Have a nice day. See you on Monday. Don't miss the class. Complete all your formalities and we'll be starting AWS on Monday. Until then, take care, guys. Have a nice weekend. See you on Monday. Good night.